Rolling.
One Christmas is so much like another now in those sea-town years. There is no sound except the voices I hear just before sleep. And so I can't remember whether it snowed for 12 nights and 12 days when I was 6, or whether it snowed for 6 days and 6 nights when I was 12. Mistletoe hung in the parlour from the gas brackets, and there were walnuts and sherry and bottled beer and crackers by the dessert spoons. And the cats in their fur-abouts stared at the fire, and the high-heaped fire spat ready for chestnuts and a mulling poker. In the front parlour there were fat men without their collars. They were uncles, certainly. They would try out their new cigars. They would hold them judiciously at arm's length, return them to their mouth, cough, and then hold them out again as if they were waiting for the explosion. A few small aunts, not wanted in the kitchen, or anywhere for that matter, sat on the edge of their chairs, poised and brittle, afraid to break, like some ancient cups and saucers. For Christmas dinner, we had turkey and blazing pudding. And after dinner, the uncles would sit by the fire, loosen their buttons, and put their moist hands over their watch chains. They would groan a little and then sleep. The aunts, the mothers and sisters would all scuttle about carrying tureens. Aunt Bessie, who'd been frightened twice by a clockwork mouse that day, stood by the sideboard. She whimpered and had some elderberry wine. The dog was sick. Aunt Dossie had to have 3 aspirin. But Aunt Hannah, who liked the port, stood in the snow-edged backyard, singing like a full-bosomed thrush. I would blow up the balloons to see how far they would go up to, and when they burst, as they always did, the uncles jumped and groaned. And that still afternoon, when the uncles breathed like porpoises and the snow drifted slowly down, I would sit amongst the festoons and the Chinese lanterns and nibble on dates and try to put together the model man of war, using the instructions for the little engineer. And it would turn out to look like a sea-going tram car.
Cut. Well, I paid